Okay,
now.
hold on.
All right, you guys hear us now?
Guys.
Can you hear us now?
Well, remember, there's a delay, so give me a sec. But
Hey, Josh.
Josh. Where's Josh?
Josh just joined. Josh Van Cleek. All right. So, yes, Daniel, you want to give a quick rundown again what you've been playing?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so basically, since it came out this past weekend, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, been playing a lot of it, loving it. Still don't have all the characters unlocked, but still loving it. Still playing some Fallout 76, just taking a quick break because they're coming out with a new patch. It was supposed to come out yesterday, but it only came out for the PC yesterday. And tomorrow they're coming out with the Xbox and PS4 update. Then I've been still watching the Harry Potter movies, loving it. I just finished Goblet of Fire, and going to go on with that, and then playing some guitar. Still learning, still early stages. But other than that, oh yeah, and I just started playing some Skyrim again, just because it's like my favorite all-time game, and I can pick it up at any time. And I wanted a quick break from Smash Bros. Because I was getting my butt whooped, so I got frustrated.
Right on. Yeah, I've been playing some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as well. Not as much as I want because I wanted to finish up Mutant Year Zero because I got a review code for that, so I have to get the review published. I finished that up last night. The game's really good.
Yeah.
I recommend it. If you have Xbox Game Pass, it's on there right now, so give it a go. It's also available on Steam and PS4. I have noticed some performance issues on PS4, and I have not heard about those on the other platforms, so keep that in mind. And I'll note that in my review. And then last night I also started playing a game that came out earlier this year called Fe, I think, F-E.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's an interesting little whimsical platformer. I like it. It's different, and
it looked different.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's weird because it doesn't really tell you what to do. You start singing to other animals, and it's not like la 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 la. It's like the baby Gorons in the Zelda games and stuff like that, in the Deku, how it's kind of like a hum.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
And so you become friends with animals, and you can learn how to speak with the adults. Eventually, you can learn how to speak with a child bird, and that if you scream your head off, the bird will show up and show you where to go. So that's really useful. But yeah, it's a pretty cool game so far.
Interesting. Yeah, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, I like it. And I've been watching Star Trek: The Original Series. I saw the Robin Hood movie the other day. It was pretty good.
I was not. Yeah,
I liked it. Yeah. I liked it more than the Russell Crowe one. And I've been watching this show on Netflix called Frontier with Jason Momoa.
Yeah, that I remember seeing something about that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
they're short seasons. It's about fur trappers in the Hudson Bay area, pre-American Revolution. So I think 1720s maybe. But yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, that'd be earlier than that, but wouldn't it?
What's that?
You said it was 1920s? That'd be earlier.
Did I say that? I meant 1720s.
Sorry. Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, and I have a degree in history. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it. I wanted to take a quick minute and give a shout out to the Army football team. Gosh, it is an amazing show. They beat Navy for the third year in a row.
Yes.
And I want to sing On Brave Old Army Team for you real quick.
You go right ahead.
On brave old Army team, on to the fray, fight on to victory, for that's the fearless Army way. The Army team's the pride and dream of every heart in gray. The Army line you'll ever find a terror in the fray. And when the team is fighting for the black and gray and gold, we're always near with song and cheer, and this is the tale we're told. The Army team, rah, 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 boom! On brave old Army team. On to the fray, fight on to victory, for that's the fearless Army way. Okay, that's enough.
Very nice, very nice. I approve. Yeah, definitely definitely was a good game. Very happy with that.
Yeah, so was I. You know, I was there the last time they won before the Navy dominance for
right
10 years, but it's good to see them coming back. And they're ranked 22 in the nation right now, which is awesome. They're in a bowl game, so they haven't been ranked been in a bowl game since '96. Or is it? No, they haven't been ranked since '96, I think.
Okay, yeah. Very nice.
Anyways.
The one wearing my first unit's patch, it's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Big Red 1.
Yep. Those uniforms were amazing.
Yeah. They've had some good ones the last couple of years. 3 years ago, I think it was, they had the map of the Battle of the Bulge on it.
Oh, yep. That was really cool. But yeah, so looks like we got some Army people watching us too. Very nice. Yeah, so both myself and George are prior Army. So yeah. Yep. I'm not wearing an Army shirt, sorry.
Anyways, let's get on to our main topic.
Absolutely.
Last Thursday, there were the Video Game Awards
out
in California, and they had a lot of games revealed and a lot of updates on games. So we just want to take a little bit to talk about those. Now, the first one they revealed is something I've been saying since the Switch came out that I want to see out. Not necessarily on the Switch. I figured it'd be cross-platform, and it would use something similar to the Skylanders, and that's Marvel Ultimate Alliance. And there's a couple guys one of them's in the chat, in the podcast chat right now, that was in the Xbox Live party with me, and when they announced that, I just started screaming, and I think he was a bit surprised. But yeah, it's going to be a Switch exclusive. It's cel-shaded. It looks awesome, and I'm hoping that they have Amiibo.
Yes.
That would be awesome. Oh, you want the Spider-Man symbiote costume? Boom. Get the Amiibo. You want the Red Hulk? Boom. Here's the Amiibo. And if it could even unlock additional levels with it, even better.
Yep. Sorry, Jordan said, no, I look like I'm about to go to a cult meeting. It's just a hoodie. It's just a hoodie. It's from one of my favorite bands called Disciple. Check them out. Good band. I'm not in a cult, I swear.
So, Daniel, have you played any of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games?
No, I actually haven't. I hate to say that because I've wanted to, but every time it seems like I'm too involved with something else and just don't have the funds or whatever. So I have not. I did try. I did get to try out one of them. I can't remember if it was one or two. I did get to play it a bit. And then no, that wasn't the Ultimate. Never mind. That was something else I played. But yeah,
they're not like the greatest story and the most in depth, but they're a lot of fun to play.
Right.
And with the Switch, having a lot of games that are 4-person split screen or 4-person co-op, I bet you that's going to be a key feature of this game.
Oh, I'm sure. Like the couch co-op is such a dying breed these days. Now they've had a little bit of a resurgence, and of course Nintendo's at the forefront of that.
Yep.
I mean, I'm actually planning a little trip up to my brother's. He lives a little farther away from me than I could normally drive on just a regular day. But we're planning a trip, going to go up there, hang out with him and my nephew and stuff, and get to play some Smash Bros. So that's going to be awesome. But yeah, it's one of those things where couch co-op, I mean, that's what I grew up on, and it's so, I miss it so much.
Yeah, me too. But there's games like Overcooked and a lot of stuff with the Switch that are bringing it back, which is good.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Journey to the Savage Planet. Now, this game is made up of a team of developers who worked on Assassin's Creed and Batman Arkham Asylum. So it's got a good pedigree behind it.
Okay.
It, they haven't done anything together, so it's a bit of an unknown, but it looks good. And, we're going to get more information coming about it. They didn't give out a whole lot. They said, though the concept is prime material for another battle royale or survival game, the developers state that it's purely an adventure game. So,
yeah,
it GameSpot.
Right. It made me think a lot of like a No Man's Sky type of thing. Visually, it looked kind of that very nice, uh, I don't know, colorful, very very neat. I like the style,
Mhm.
the graphically, and then really I'm holding off on any type of critique until I get some more information because they didn't go in depth as to what you're really going to be doing.
Yep.
And so I'm hoping they do it right, kind of do a cross between something like uh, No Man's Sky and maybe Halo or something along those lines.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely looks interesting, and I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Next up on our list, we have the Stanley Parable. Now, I believe this was on PC already. I
Okay.
could be mistaken. Yeah, it launched for PC back in 2013.
Okay, that
It's
one
on
I
the
didn't
consoles.
catch. I didn't catch that one. Which one's that?
It is a which one is this? We've got a bunch of videos up here. I'm trying to get it to
Right.
load. It's the author of the game said both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and in other systems too, like our workplaces and our families.
Okay.
It offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game.
Okay, yeah, it's an interactive storytelling and walking simulator, basically, is what it looks like. So,
Yeah.
It's such a niche. There's a very small group, in my opinion, at least from what I've seen, that really gets into to these types of games. But it could be interesting. Um, Kind of almost like instead of the horror survival of the Amnesia games that I reviewed, uh, you're not doing the hiding and stuff like that, but kind of along the same lines of you have to make choices, have to solve puzzles or something like that. I could see it going that route, and just more instead of the suspense horror type, more just kind of everyday sort of thing. I'm not sure.
Yep.
So could be interesting.
Yeah, it's been out on PC and it's popular enough where they want to port it to console, so that's a good sign. Next up is Far Cry New Dawn. Now, this is not going to be, I don't think, like a mainline numbered Far Cry game. Well, it's not numbered, but I think it's going to be more like a what they call that, Far Cry Primal, where it's a smaller version, and it takes place after the events of Far Cry 5, and it's using the same map. So, if you play that and you're familiar with it, it should be good. The Far Cry formula's proven and been successful, so I think Ubisoft will have another hit there.
Mm-hmm. I really I liked Primal a lot. I thought it was done really well. I'm not a huge Far Cry fan. I like it; it's enjoyable, but it's not one that I'm going to go pre-order. I'm not going to get a collector's edition, nothing like that. Eventually, I'll probably try it out and give it a shot. I mean, that's like, shoot, I played Primal before I played 4, and it was one of those things where I just saw it on sale, and I'm like, I've heard a lot about this. I'll check it out. And I really did like it a lot. It was a lot of fun. Far Cry 4 was good. I have not tried Far Cry 5.
I liked 5. It was an interesting story. It takes place in Montana. There was some stuff I liked more in 4 that I wish they would have kept in 5. But in general, it was a good game.
Yeah.
Like I said, New Dawn takes place in the same map, so that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a post-apocalyptic. I think its MSRP when it launches is going to be $40. So
okay.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Hades.
Yeah.
This is the game developed by people from Bastion, Transistor, and Pyre. It's already out on early access on the Epic Games Store, which is the new PC gaming store that Epic launched to compete with Steam. It looks pretty cool. It's a what do you call it? Like it's like a beat 'em up, kind of like Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Reminds me a little bit of
Diablo.
Diablo. Yeah, I was saying Devil May Cry, but yeah, Diablo in that the setting. But yeah, it looks like it should be pretty good. If you've got an Epic Games account, it might be worth checking out.
It definitely looks like it could be a fun little game. Now, I believe from the way they were talking, it's almost like the levels are procedurally generated, is how it looked to me, because of how if you don't get through Hades, you go back to the very beginning and then go back through, but it's like it changed. So I'm wondering if it is procedurally generated.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still in early access, but like I said, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have to check it out when it comes to if it comes to console. I don't know if they've announced whether or not it's going to yet.
I would almost say it's going to. I think it would work really well on the Switch, for one thing. It looks like it's not anything too graphically intensive or needing a powerhouse or whatever to run it. So I think it'll almost guaranteed come to console, and I think that the Switch is going to jump on that. I think Nintendo's going to try and grab a hold of that real quick.
Hang on a second.
Yep. Cat. He's got cats.
Sorry about that. One of my cats wanted out, the other wanted in.
Yeah, I was making fun of you.
Sure. I deserve it.
Yep. But yeah, definitely. I think it would be a good game for Nintendo to jump on. It looks like it would fit real well with the Switch.
Yep. Next up, we've got Scavengers, which is a survival shooter competition game.
Right.
New studio founded by former Halo developer Josh Holmes.
Yeah, and it's got
pretty good.
I think it's interesting. I think it could end up being real good. It's very much co-op style. You're going to have to work together. You got the class-based team building that can really give you just help build some really unique teams together to go and compete. I think it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it should be. It kind of, because of the setting, reminds me of Lost Planet. You remember those on the 360?
Right, yeah.
Just the frozen tundra.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know if that one's got a release date yet or not. The GameSpot page doesn't say so.
No,
all right.
I haven't seen anything about it.
Yep, next up, Crash Team Racing Remaster. I know a lot of people went nuts for this.
Right.
It looks like a Mario Kart knockoff. I've never been a fan of Crash. But
I loved Crash Bandicoot, but I'm with you. It's a Mario Kart knockoff. I'm sorry. I never tried it because I was always Mario Kart. That's just, you kind of got split there between the two, but it could never touch Mario Kart. I mean, just the fan base alone dominated.
Yep.
So it could be a lot of fun. I don't know. I am not an expert on the game, so I don't know. Not something I'm that interested in.
Yeah, I'm sure the people that are big Crash fans and the people that have nostalgia for the series are they're excited for it, and good for them.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're happy, I'm happy with them. It's just not my thing, but yeah, it looks good at least. So
yeah, it does look good. I'll give them that.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we've got The Outer Worlds. Now, this is the one developed by Obsidian, which will end up being their last cross-platform game in terms of consoles, anyways.
Yep.
Since they've been recently acquired by Microsoft.
Yep.
But this is, they made Fallout New Vegas and Knights of the Old Republic 2. This game looks awesome.
Yep. And they did Fallout 2, I think, as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 2 and then New Vegas that they did. it was funny because they were very specific that they were only those two of the Fallout series. It's like, hey, we did the good ones. uh, but yes, I am really excited about this game. For one thing, I do love Obsidian. They've done a lot of good stuff in the past. I mean, New Vegas. You know, that right there, that does it for me. That sells Obsidian. Because I'm a huge New Vegas fan, as you know. But the style of it, I'm a fan of Borderlands, and it's kind of got that feel to it. Mm-hmm. Very wild, very out there. In a way, it kind of has the No Man's Sky look to it as well, which I know I'm talking about that a lot, but it was that and the Journey to the Savage Planet both kind of had a little bit of that style to them as far as graphically, but then you add in the people and all that of the Outer Worlds, and then you're getting more into the Borderlands feel to me, and even a little bit of Rage kind of in there as well. Mm-hmm. So just all these games, and so I'm really interested in how and what it's really going to end up being. You know, what the gameplay especially is going to be like should be interesting. So definitely.
Yeah. And what I'm interested in is this what Obsidian's going to be making for the Xbox for the years to come. You know, this biggest acquisition Microsoft made of those studios in the last year.
Absolutely.
And it could be a game changer, no pun intended. It looks awesome, and I think it could be a game that takes everyone by storm next year.
Yeah.
Next up is Dauntless. This is a Monster Hunter-like RPG. It's coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One for free in April. So keep an eye out for that. If you like Monster Hunter, yeah, it's the way I look at a free game. It's always worth trying. So.
Oh yeah, that's definitely one I would try out. Like I like Monster Hunter World. I'm a big fan of that, but that's the only Monster Hunter game I've actually ever played.
I played one on the DS.
Okay, yeah.
I've got World, I just haven't gotten around to playing it yet. I got it on the PlayStation 4.
It's a lot of fun. It does tend to get repetitive to me, but still quite enjoyable for the most part. The mechanics are great. The fighting is so much fun, and you do have a lot of options as far as character customizing. You get the RPG elements of it are great. But yeah, this one it's nice. It looks kind of a little more cartoonish and all that, but still very nice looking graphics for a free game. So definitely one I'm interested in, especially being free. Hey, might as well.
Yeah, Mac, no word yet on Borderlands 3. However, this Friday, I believe, the Borderlands VR comes out. So get excited for that. And according to this GameSpot article, the Dauntless will be coming to the Switch later in 2019. So those of you that have a Switch, keep that in mind.
Nice.
Now, next up, we got The Last Campfire, which is something that came out of the blue. It's made by Hello Games. They made No Man's Sky. Yeah. It's definitely cartoony looking. I like the look of it. I'm a big fan of games like that. So just that art style. So yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for that and see what they do.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. Where's that?
Yeah, they haven't announced what consoles it's going to be on yet, but yeah, okay. It definitely looks like it's less ambitious than No Man's Sky. So,
which they kind of need something like that to get them. I mean, I even mentioned it in my Fallout 76 review how it took them 2 years to finally get the game they originally promised. So. Yeah. This time, I think they went back to the basics. Get to just have a good, fun game that's complete and put it out there for people to enjoy.
Yep.
And then build off of that later on.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see. And that review is up now on the Alpha Nerds Guild website if you want to check out Daniel's review of Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Next on the list is the Anthem demo. Now, we've talked about Anthem a couple times on the show before. The demos, there was an alpha that was, I think, last weekend. The demo is going to be available to pre-order customers January 25th through the 27th. And then a second demo will be open to everyone February 1st to the 3rd. So keep an eye out for that. And then after that, we have Atlas, which is it's a game from the creators of Ark, Survival Evolved. It's a PC and console MMO featuring ship battles, stuff, space combat, and stuff like that. Or maybe not spaceship battles.
Yeah, not spaceship.
Yeah, sorry.
Pirate ship, yes.
Gotcha.
But
a console version is coming in 2019 to the Xbox One game preview program, according to this GameSpot article. So keep an eye out for that. If you liked Ark, same developers.
Kind of almost, in my opinion, like a mix between Ark and Sea of Thieves. In some ways, I could see that. Now, I never played Ark. I've seen videos of it and everything, and I could see it going that way. Maybe more Sea of Thieves than Ark, but definitely could be interesting.
Right on. Yeah, I always saw a little bit of it. I think I had to walk my dog right as that one went up. So
right.
BioWare teased Dragon Age 4.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
definitely.
They didn't show a lot, but that means they're working on it, and hopefully they've got their A team on it after Anthem. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the series. Inquisition was a lot of fun. I think Origins is the best by far so far up to this. I'd like to see Dragon Age 4 get a little away from the team strategy aspects of it a little bit. I know that a lot of people like it because of that, but I don't know. Just for me stylistically, I'd like to see a little backstep from forcing you to have the team strategies going on. Let you kind of, if you want, do a solo play or going out doing stuff.
Yep. And I think right now on Xbox Games with Gold, the Dragon Age 2 is free. So if it is and you've got Games with Gold, go download it.
Yep.
There's a new map for PUBG coming out in January. So keep an eye out for that. New Ancestors gameplay. Have you seen anything about Ancestors?
I have not, actually.
So
I haven't even heard of it.
This game is it shows the evolution of apes into humans. Yeah. I don't really know if it's going to be story driven or what. It looked intriguing from the trailer.
Right. It was interesting. I like how it basically was different generations. Like you're playing as one of these monkeys until it dies or whatever, and then you go on to the next generation and so on and so on. It's an interesting concept, absolutely. And I mean, hey, get to swing around on trees and stuff could be fun.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I'm intrigued by it. I don't know if it's something I would play, but I'm definitely intrigued by it. John says the new PUBG map is up on the test servers, so if you're on the test servers, take a look at that.
Okay.
Sorry, what were you saying about Ancestors?
I think I was done.
Okay.
I was just saying it's not one that I'm like hugely interested in. It looks interesting, but yeah, I mean, not quite something I'm going to jump on the first chance to play it.
Yeah.
So.
Next up on the list is Kenny's really stoked for this one. That's Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah.
It had a pretty brutal trailer.
Right.
I was a bit surprised.
I was
graphic in the trailer.
Right, I was surprised they were showing that live like that. That's wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Kids are watching this.
I don't think I've played a Mortal Kombat since 2 or
Oh,
3.
really?
It's been a hot minute for me.
Yeah,
So
I played X. I played 10. It was fun. It was a good one. I am not
Game Pass now.
Oh, Mortal Kombat 10 is?
I think so. I think it just got added in the last week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I knew they had another game coming out on Game Pass. Or oh no, that's Game Pass. Never mind. I'm thinking of games. So I was thinking of something. Another game is coming out here in a few days for games with. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 10 was definitely fun. I I am not a huge fighting game aficionado or anything. I loved the old Tekkens, but Mortal Kombat, I don't know. It's just not for me in a lot of ways. Honestly, it's fun every once in a while, but it's one of those I'd rather find a friend that has it and go over to his house and play or something like that rather than actually own it myself.
Yeah, same here. If they had a free weekend, I would play it. That type of thing. But yeah, it's definitely, it looks awesome, but not my thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Next up, we got Devil May Cry 5. The demo is out right now on Xbox.
Yep.
So,
and that is my type of thing right there. I've played like every one of them.
I tried to play one of them on the 360, and I just couldn't do it. No, interesting fact about the Devil May Cry series. Did you know that it was originally supposed to be the next Resident Evil?
Yes. Yep. And it was going a whole different direction. They're like, you know what, this is not Resident Evil anymore. So they took it and made their own series, and absolutely, I love it. I mean, Dante, I mean, just amazing. The stylistically, the gameplay, the mechanics of it just works so well. Not so much in oh dang it, what was the last one called? The DMC, whatever. The one that is
Complete or something.
What's that?
Was it Devil May Cry Complete?
No. It was actually like DMC, Devil May Cry, or something like that. Like they shortened it just to DMC, and it was basically how like New Vegas is to Fallout 3, in some ways, where they tried to take it and make a spin-off almost. And it was not as good as the rest of the series. It was okay. I enjoyed it. I beat it actually, which is pretty surprising for me. I don't beat most games, but it was fun. But definitely did not live up to the rest of the series, in my opinion.
Right on. Well, the demo's out now on Xbox, I think, for another week or two.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a limited time demo. So check it out if you're interested in the series.
Absolutely.
Speaking of Xbox, they announced the Xbox Winter of Arcade is coming back.
Okay.
So there's a lot of good games on there. Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom, Mutant Year Zero, which I just talked about. I just finished on last night on the PlayStation. Subnautica is on there. Ashen. Now, I've heard a lot about Ashen. I haven't looked into it yet. But from the buzz I've been hearing, it looks like it's going to be a cool game.
It sounds really familiar, Ashen. I'll have to check that one out. I didn't look into the Winter of Arcade stuff like at all, really. So,
Hello Neighbor, hide and seek is on the Winter of Arcade. That's the cartoony game where I think your neighbor is homicidal and you have to hide from them.
No. If I thought it was the vice versa, I thought you were the homicidal maniac trying to kill your neighbor.
Maybe that's what it is. I've only seen a couple snippets of gameplay.
I could be wrong. It's one of the two, but yeah, very definitely not PC. It's like let's make everybody either scared of your neighbor or make everybody want to kill their own neighbor. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zuka, definitely wasn't as good as the others.
Kingdom 2 Crowns is on the Winter of Arcade, along with Desert Child, Below, and Donut County. Have you heard about Donut County?
No, not even the slightest.
So I was listening to a podcast a couple months ago. And I think it was one guy that developed it. He worked for Annapurna before, that developer that made. I think they made Gone Home.
Is that okay? I know the name.
He worked. But so Donut County's kind of like a Katamari game.
Oh yeah, I love Katamari Damacy.
You basically just play like this big donut that sucks up things into the ground, I think, and you want to get bigger and bigger.
Okay, well there is a mobile game called Hole.io that it kind of sounds similar to that, which unfortunately, like there was an update and it completely screwed it up. Like I can't play it. I've uninstalled and reinstalled it, and yeah, it's the whole thing where you're going around, you're this hole in the ground, and you're going around trying to suck up all the buildings and stuff. And I like that sort of thing. I love Katamari Damacy, or is it Damacy or Damacy? I think it's Damacy.
Sure.
But anyways, yeah, I loved playing that game. And now this is completely off topic, so I apologize. But did you see they are making another Katamari?
Sure.
Sorry.
That's all right. I've never had any interest in those games. One of my friends was playing one in college, and I was like, "This is fun." Okay.
Yeah. So. Yep. I love it. It is a good little time waster that it's just fun, entertaining, nothing serious at all.
Yep. A lot of people like it, so I'm guessing it's good. It's just not my thing. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that rounds it out for the winner of arcade games. Each one you purchase from the Microsoft Store, they'll give you a $5 Xbox or Microsoft Store gift card.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, that in mind.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
Rage 2 from Bethesda was given a release date of May 14th.
A little later than I like. A little later than my dad actually is the big Rage fan. He has the original Rage. I couldn't even tell you how many times, dozens and dozens and dozens of times. And it's unfortunate that the original one just didn't get the love that I felt it deserved. It was a lot of fun, well done game. But I'm really, really looking forward to how Rage 2 is. It could be so good.
Yeah, to me it looks like a realistic Borderlands, but I'm really okay with that release date if you take into account all the stuff that's coming out in the first 4 months next year.
True, I'll give you that.
You want to kind of distance yourselves from quite a few big titles coming out.
Right. So. And right now, I mean, it is a Bethesda game. They're kind of working on, Fallout. So
yeah. Now Bethesda's just the one publishing it. I think it's being developed by studio that Bethesda either owns or has some partnership with. So
yeah, and I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, it is. But still, yeah, it's Bethesda. So
yeah,
you gotta.
They also announced one of the DLC characters for Smash Brothers Ultimate is going to be Joker from Persona 5.
Yeah.
So Persona 5 fans, keep an eye out for that. Now, there was also a Persona game that released on Switch recently, one of the dancing games.
Oh, okay.
And with that, and with having him on Smash Brothers, that created a lot of buzz about, is Persona 5 going to come to Switch?
Yeah.
So
I mean, that sounds like it's me, but I've never played any of the Persona games, honestly.
Yeah, for my RPGs, I tend to like more of a fantasy setting as opposed to modern day Tokyo. So it's not really my thing, but I've heard they're good.
It looked interesting, but I'm more into action, the action style, action adventure RPGs rather than those.
Yeah.
So, but teach their own.
Yeah. Now the last announcement they had was the block for Fortnite, which has the creative mode, so people can make their own spaces. I believe is what it is. I've only played Fortnite for about half an hour, so forgive me, I'm not really an expert.
Yeah, I played for Fortnite a bit. I can't do the building. It's the build. I just can't get into it. PUBG was fine. It was all right, but even that, it's like it just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
The battle royales and all that. Well, like we were talking about last week with Black Ops, and its battle royale is actually making me like, oh, maybe that would be one I could try. But yeah, I just could not get into Fortnite and PUBG and all that.
Right on. Yeah, I like the blackout mode on Call of Duty, but that's really about it for battle royales for me. So,
right.
All right. Well, that's it for our Game Awards announcements recap. Next up, we're revealing 2 more of our Game of the Year awards that were voted on by the ANG members. First up, we've got the Xbox Game of the Year, which was Daniel? Sea of Thieves. This is the MMO pirate game developed by Rare. It didn't do as well as I think Xbox would have liked, but from a lot of people I know that have played it, there's a lot of good things that are going on in it.
I haven't played it since close to the beginning, so I don't know about all the updates and everything, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game, a lot of fun.
From what I understand, you need to be playing with people that you can trust, otherwise you're gonna get griefed a lot. But
that's what I've seen too. I got to play with John Burke, so that was
nice.
That was pretty fun. Yeah, one of those nights back when ANG was still pretty young, actually. But
that came out in March, I believe.
Was it that recent?
I think it was March. Yeah, I could be mistaken. Yeah, it looks cool. I really should play it one of these days when I have some more time. I got so many games on my plate.
Right.
But yeah, that was the Xbox Game of the Year. So.
Yeah, I'm okay with that because I mean, honestly, the Xbox just didn't have the exclusives. They really didn't.
No, not this year. No, or in general, I guess you could say. But yeah, that was probably the best one. I mean, Forza Horizon 4 was worthy of an honorable mention as well.
So. Absolutely, and I played that, and for a racing game, it's definitely a good one. But it's just a racing game, and it's like you have to like racing games to like Forza. So,
yep. All right, next up, we've got our surprise game of the year. Now, this is the game that no one really
saw coming,
knew what to expect, it was an unknown quantity from either a newer studio or a completely new direction.
Yeah.
And the surprise game of the year goes to Dead Cells.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, which I hate to say I haven't played it. I want to so bad. I just haven't had, because when it came out, I was playing Hollow Knight at the time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll hold off on that. And then more games just kept coming. So I have not played it yet.
Yeah, I haven't either. But again, this was voted by the readers. Now, part of the issue I have with this game is I think it gained a lot of notoriety because of the infamous acts of someone at IGN. And I think that it's possible this game got as much coverage as it did because of that.
Really?
So,
okay.
I mean, I've heard it's good from people that I know that played it. Paul wrote the review on it. He really liked it. But it seemed like, it was some people were rumbling about it, then that incident happened, and all of a sudden everyone was talking about it all the time. So.
Well, yeah, and I mean, yeah, that's definitely good publicity for a game. Honestly, I mean, it's bad publicity that does good things for the game itself. But no, I mean, I've watched videos, a little bit of it, and it definitely looks like it's fun. I was really torn between it and Hollow Knight. Honestly, it was you that convinced me for a Hollow Knight. But yeah, it looked good. So yeah, I think overall, it's probably worthy of it.
Matthew Dean just asked us our thoughts on Battlefield 5. Well, I talked about this a couple weeks ago. I saw it's on sale right now for $30 at GameStop, so I think I may go pick it up. A lot of people are saying it's bad that the Battle Royale is not out there yet, but I don't think that's really a bad thing because they need to balance vehicles and destructible environments, unlike other battle royals have.
Right.
Excuse me. So they have a lot more they have to work on and make sure works properly to get that battle royale mode up and running. So I'm okay with them taking a couple months.
Yeah.
Is it going to kill them? Maybe, but I don't think so.
Yeah, it's so much better, in my opinion, to give it just a little extra time and come out with a good game rather than throw out what you have right away and then see what happens.
Yep.
But fix it later. Kind of the issues with Fallout 76. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, upcoming games and video game news. We got Resident Evil 2 Remake is coming out next month.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that at the end of January. The game looks awesome. And they're using their proprietary Resident Evil engine for it, which is one they used for Resident Evil 7.
Nice.
So I'm really hoping for good things from that.
And I've talked about before, I'm not a huge fan of the survival horror genre, but I might have to make an exception with this one. I've played some of the other Resident Evils and liked them, especially the ones that are more action based. And so I could definitely see myself trying it out at least.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna try it. Hopefully, I can get a review code for it. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm really excited.
Right. Well,
I also think Leon's one of the two main characters in it. I still think he's going to be one of the Smash Brothers characters.
Okay. One of the DLCs later on. Okay.
Yep. He was in Resident Evil 4, which originally was on the GameCube.
Yeah.
Was supposed to be a GameCube exclusive, and I think it was for a few years.
Right.
So, there's a bit of a history there. Plus, Capcom and Nintendo have already put Mega Man, Ryu, Ken. Was it Captain Falcon? Is he a Capcom character?
Is he
No. Maybe he's from F-Zero.
Yeah, he's F-Zero.
But either way, they've got Capcom characters in Smash already, so there's already that good relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Matthew was kind of hearing bad things about Call of Duty and now hearing mixed thoughts about Battlefield 5, so he's not sure which one to go with. Now, you could tell him about Call of Duty.
I hadn't bought a Call of Duty. I got Black Ops 4, and I think the last one I bought at launch was Black Ops 1. I'm really digging it. I didn't play. I played one Call of Duty between Black Ops 1 and 4, and that was Advanced Warfare. And I thought it was okay, but I played it towards the end of its life cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited, or I'm really digging Black Ops 4, and I think you should check it out.
Yeah.
The multiplayer, the zombies. Days Gone or Last of Us 2. I never played the first Last of Us. I'm not too big on story-driven zombie games. When I play a zombie game, I want gore and violence and
action.
Stupid, toilet humor. Yeah,
right.
I want bad dialogue. Like Left 4 Dead to me is the ideal zombie game. Days Gone. They keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. It's been in development for so long. I don't know how good it's going to be. I'm cautiously optimistic. I like Sam Witwer. He does the voice, the main character in it. He also was Vader's apprentice. He was in Battlestar Galactica, the American version of Being Human. He's done a bunch of stuff. Yeah. So I'm cautiously optimistic about that. But I think with that coming out in April, it's pushing us Last of Us 2 to probably holiday at the earliest of next year. Because Sony isn't going to want to put two first-party zombie games in close proximity to each other.
Yeah, me personally, neither one's really truly appealing to me, honestly. I'm definitely, no problem, Matthew. I'm definitely more of a true action RPG style. Although I was really big into RTSs and stuff like that, but yeah, you give me the action and I'll be happy. But yeah, those just, I don't know, not quite appealing to me. And plus, I've never been a big fan of the horror stuff. But
yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Time. My mind may change on them. Whenever I see Last of Us 2 on sale in the PSN store for like $4 or $5. I'm like, that's in the right price range.
Right.
But I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet.
Yeah.
What any upcoming games or video game news you want to talk about, Daniel?
The new Fallout 76 patch, it just came out yesterday for the PC and tomorrow for Xbox and PS4. A lot of big fixes, a lot of big changes with that one. That I think, like I said, I took a few days off. I'm really looking forward to this patch, seeing what can be done to improve Fallout. I love the game, but there's a lot of issues to it, so hopefully they get that taken care of. Other than that, the big one for me is with Smash Bros. The Piranha Plant. Looking forward to that. That's January.
Yep. Now, keep an eye out if you have Smash Brothers on the email account you have set up with Nintendo, because they will email you a code for Piranha Plant. It doesn't just automatically get added to your account.
And if you have the physical copy, you actually have to have the cartridge in your Switch, go to the game, go into hit the start button, and go into the menu and then claim the gold coins.
Yep.
And at that point in time, you got to make sure the Nintendo account is affiliated with the right email address. Then it'll go to it. So a little confusing there.
Yep.
So Matthew asked another question. My son is 10, wants a PS4 game. He plays the Jurassic World game on iPad, but I see there's one on PS4. Is it worth the buy? Looks confusing for a kid, Ooh.
I don't know. I haven't played it. I've heard good things.
Yeah, I haven't played it either.
I think there's a Lego Jurassic Park though that may be more his speed if he's interested in that genre or that story.
Yeah, I think that I was thinking the exact same thing. Is the Jurassic Lego or whatever it is might be a good one, because I don't know about the Jurassic World game.
Matthew, is the one on the iPad? Is that similar to like a Sim City, where you build up the different pens and you got to power them and stuff like that? Because if that's the case, I think the one on the PlayStation 4 is quite a bit different, but I don't know for sure.
There was one. Oh, dang it. I can't remember what it was. There was a game. Okay, yeah, it's the building. Ooh.
Okay.
What do you think? Did you play any of Ark? The Ark game?
I did not. That might be a bit much for a 10-year-old, though.
True. Yeah, I was thinking that it might be a little up there. Horizon Zero Dawn. That's a bit. Yeah, that'd be a bit too much too.
I would stick if he likes Jurassic Park, Matthew. I would go for a Lego Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It's made for kids. They're fun to play. You can play co-ops. You can play with them. So.
Yeah, Lego games are awesome.
Yeah, they're a known quantity. You know what you're gonna get. You know what you're gonna do. They're entertaining. So.
Yeah, entertaining.
They keep making them.
Not too difficult. So younger kids can play them, and it's not going to be anything that a kid shouldn't see. So.
Yeah.
Definitely worth a look.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's about all the time we got for tonight. I know we got started a little late there with the audio issues. Just want to remind everyone, the Xbox One X Fallout 76 bundle, along with the Man Sports Brain Bridge products, there's the raffle going on right now on the Alpha Nerds Guild website. $10 for a ticket. All proceeds go to the guilds. So go and buy a ticket if you haven't already. That ends Friday. No, I'm sorry. Saturday. Or is it Friday? No, it is.
What's today? Wednesday?
It ends Saturday, the 15th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. 2100 for you military types out there.
You're good, Matthew. You're good, man.
No, Matthew, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
You did not mess it up at all. In fact, we encourage people to come and ask questions, make comments. So,
yeah.
Thanks for your input. We appreciate it.
Got the Black 4 tournament.
Black Ops 4 tournament coming up next month. Josh, you still in the chat? Josh is still in the chat. If he's got any more details about that, put them up. If not, keep your eye out for that. That will be next month sometime.
And they have details about that on the website, don't they?
That I don't know.
I know they were working on it. I wasn't sure if they got it up yet or not. So
okay,
definitely something to keep an eye on. They'll probably put an announcement on the Facebook page for it, anyways.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they definitely will. Also, Friday nights, I think at 8:00. There is the
Free for all.
There's the recap, the weekly recap with Josh and Hogo.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, they have the Friday night free for all. So if you guys haven't taken part in those, they're good
fun.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. Not quite as PC as on the ANG page. So just remember that. Don't think you're going to go on there and it's going to be all nice and mellow.
It's a free for all after all. So.
Right, and a Friday night, so things happen. But all right, well, there was something I was going to say, and it just completely skipped out of my mind.
Yeah, that's all I got for tonight.
Yeah.
So that's gonna do it. Thanks for joining, and tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel.
Absolutely, and I probably won't be here next week, unfortunately. I think they got someone else scheduled next week, so. But
I think Sean's going to be with me, so.
Okay, well, I'll see you guys in a few weeks, whenever my next time is. So, have fun. Have a good one.